Hey traders, may pips be upon you. I'm gonna go over some pairs and just give a quick analysis of them, man. Let's see. Hopefully somebody will find it beneficial. Let's go over gold. Now, I made a video about gold. I made a couple of posts, posted charts and everything. I made some adjustments, just small ones, but it's basically the same idea. It's just I'm refining things. That's all. Look at this. Look at this bull flag. This bull flag is coming together here at this a confluence of support. We have the support line of the bull flag. We also are at a key level of support. Why do I call that key level? It's because simply if you turn the lights out, excuse me, if you turn the lights out and put it on the line drawing, you'll see that this area, if I can just get it a little bit. What is this? What is this? What is this here? Why is it there? Okay. If I can just get it a little better than this. All right. Right there. All right. This area is being used both as resistance and then support, then support, then support, then support. All right. I want to watch this little area here because you'll see over here between these two areas here, you know, I'm wondering if price will get down to this because it's near a whole number, 1660, right? And 16, what is it, 16500? Yeah, something like that. Anyway, I just, you know, I'm very cognizant of these whole numbers, and I told you before they're 00 and 50, then 20 and 80. Don't ask me why, man. I just learned that a long time ago. I started, and I'm used to looking for them now. So, all right, but this is where that area is, and they're converging over here, right? Also, if we turn the lights back on, put the candles back. If we look with some EMAs, let's see, boom. If we look with some EMAs and some indies, you can see prices here overextended. All right, this is an overextended market. All right, if there were stocks, they would be oversold. All right, these aren't stocks. There's no way to oversell forex pairs, so it's an extended market. All right, and we are expecting a pullback of some kind. All right, so I am looking for this to happen at some point from this area. Okay, that's what I'm expecting. So when you can see that with those aren't helping at all. Let me just put on this one. All right. You can, what are we doing here, man? I'm wasting I'm sorry, y'all. I'm sorry. Oh, got it. All right. So what I'm looking for here is bullish formations and patterns. And I'm going to the 4-hour, which is where I would look for an entry because I'm looking for a swing on this one. There's a lot of pips at stake here. You know, we're talking about 213. Okay. Well, not 213. These are points. There's a lot of pits here, man. Just go with that. Okay. You know, we're looking at points and they're like pipettes. So you know, I want some of or all of it. All right. When we do when this does turn around and head up, I'm going to be looking at this area here for a possible turnaround because this is strong support and it'll be pretty resistant over here. So I'm looking for that. All right. But this is where I want to find all of the bullish formations and patterns. Now, that's not what I expect right off the bat. Why? Because we have this trend line here. This is well, actually, it's the support line of the bull flag, and you'll see that it's already reacting to the bottom of it. We have broke past it and then came up and retested it 2 times. All right. What are we really testing though? Because this is a magic trend line. You know, that's not on anybody's, any banker's board, you know, looking at price action and stuff. What they're looking at is this wick here. All right. On the lower time frames, this here is the lower low. All right. This is the lower high. All right. Now we have a new lower low here. So they're testing the lower, the lower low. All right. Once we break that, once price breaks the lower high, then we can start looking at a break of structure situation, and then we can start looking for longs and stuff. But here is where this is the key. This is the key. All right. Now, what do I expect to happen in the short term? We're probably going to go down a little bit lower. We're probably going down to right around I'm looking at 670-ish over here, and it's going to do its little dance, and then we're going to go up. All right. We're going to probably see a nice size W formation. I would love to see it here. I would love to see it here. I would like to see this, 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 and then this. And then it comes back, test the neckline, and then continue up. That's what I would like to see. All right. But that's my little analysis on gold. I'm just looking for the formation here to take the swing. But in the meantime, there's a lot of pips to be made as a scalper. If you wanted to take shorts here, you take shorts here down to maybe 1676. You know, you will look over on the other end of this zone, and you can determine where price would go. And I have gone to the end of this this zone, not as far as this, but you know, I don't rule this out because it is a retest of this area here. So I don't rule this out at all. Okay. And this is near the 1660 area. This is 1670. So I'm looking at around 1670. So we'll see. We'll see. From this point to 1670 is a good amount of pips to catch for shorts if you wanted to scalp the area. But you can tell price ain't messing around over here, man. It was blue a minute ago. Now it's turned back. I'm looking at how it's forming this range. All right, this is the top of the range here. This would be the bottom, right around this area. Yeah. And I love ranges because you can do the range play like I had described earlier in the chat. You can take a short from here and a long from here and play it until it's not playable. You understand? And we're getting ready to run up into these the test of the underside of this bull flag pattern here, the support line of it. So that's something to bear in mind. Okay. Let me check out another pair. All right, let's go to NAS. Okay. What did I see in NAS? All right. NAS, straight up, right? I love that trajectory. That's easy to work with, isn't it? All right. Sometimes these tools ain't though. All right. Now, what do I have marked here? I have marked a area of support, what I would call strong support. How I know it's strong support? Because I turned the lights out, put it on the line drawing, and I see it's clearer on the 4 hour. You can see that price has used this area for both support, resistance and support, right? But it's not clean. It's not clear as I would love it to be. All right. But this area is the one I'm watching because you know, there's enough action going on down there to you know, especially with double bottoms, you know, that's going to automatically attract me. I'm looking at the way price acted here. All right. When it came back to do retest. Uh, I'm looking at how it responded to these areas. When it came back to retest here, it came back this far here. All right. So I'm making notes. I'm making notes of that. All right. That didn't close past this area. So this is the area. This is the area I'm looking at. This is the possible top of the zone from here. I'm looking at that zone now. All right. Now let's go over here. All right, let's go back to the daily. What am I noticing? I'm noticing that price made that lovely formation up there where it made this high, made a higher low, and then made a higher high, breaking this high. Sorry, breaking this high. All right, so this is the higher high. So what am I looking at? I'm concentrating on that little area right there. Why? Because that's the higher low. Higher low is my break point. We get when price breaks this point here, I want to see a break and a retest and then continuation to the downside. But that's not what happened. Price did come by here. All right. Tested the area, tested this area. All right. Tested it, and then it went back up into the structure. All right. So the up to this point, the uptrend is still intact. Then it made a double top. Boom, boom. All right. In a downswing. All right. And on a daily, that's a short-term downtrend. Okay. And I love those because they usually lead to good things. It came down, broke the lower high, came back and tested like it's supposed to. And now you see that bearish candle and furtherance to the downside. Now, will this break strong support? We're going to watch this. All right. I'm hoping that it holds here. I want to see a bullish formation and pattern. This is the range. Again, my favorite situation because you're going to see the range play. All right. And you're going to see, like I pointed out plenty of times, price go up a little higher, sweep the liquidity here, sweep the liquidity here, and then make the big move. All right. I don't think the markets are going to keep going down, especially with that stimulus bill already passed in the Senate, and now it's kicked back to the House. Things are looking up. Things are looking up for the market. So I expect a response tomorrow. I think we're going to probably break this this ceiling here, this resistance, and continue to the upside. That's what I'm looking for. So we'll see bullish formations and patterns here. All right. We're talking about rejections, wick rejections, and a strong momentum candle. That's what I'm looking for. That strong momentum candle to break that resistance level. And then, some people are going to be looking for a retest. I am not. I'm going to be looking for the impulse play. I'm going to take that impulse and run with it. It's probably, I can guarantee you, it'll probably pull back. All right. And if it pulls back, it's going to retest this, but my stop loss is going to be down here anyway. So I'm not worried about it at all. When it comes back, I'll be ready for it, and it'll continue up because this pullback doesn't necessarily have to happen. That's why I want this impulse play, because I think there's going to be a nice rebound tomorrow. That is my inclination, and I'm sticking to it. All right. Hold on a second. Let's see. Ethereum. Ethereum is impressing the heck out of me. Why? Because it's so bullish. 1, 2, 3 big bullish candles. All right. And that automatically tells me, yep, we're getting ready for a pullback now. When does that pullback begin? I thought it was going to start with this candle, to be honest with you, because it was blue. It was a bearish candle a little while ago, but should price start to pull back from here, got a little wick right now. If should price start to pull back from here, I'm going to be expecting it to come back to this area right about here. All right, because of the wicks, we got this area that lines up with the 50 fib. So, I'm thinking, let me take a look on the 4-hour. I'm thinking that's exactly where it's going to go. We got some structure here, repeated here, and then it climbs up on top of that, then goes to the 38. Yeah, this would make sense. All right. Should price go higher, if it does retest this area, then again, we're back at the same area for the 68 this time. All right. The structure is more important than the fibs. All right. If the fib happens to align with that structure, then we have confluence. But this is always going to be an indicator, is always going to be a confirmation for me. The price action is king, period. End of story. But should it start to pull back from here, we're looking for this area here. So we don't need that anymore. And that's where that's exactly where I'm going to be looking. Okay. If I can just keep these things off the screen. All right. Now, can I determine whether or not we're going to make that pullback at this point? There's something else I could look at, and that is I'm looking at this area of supply. All right. This is where I would expect price to touch and come back, make a wick and come back. All right. It could happen between that area and this area. All right. But I don't want to get anybody, looking at a whole bunch of different strategies and techniques and whatnot. All right. This is about where I would be looking. And it's not particularly strong because there's only two extended candles from here. All right. But it hasn't been touched yet. So I'm waiting for this to come up in here and turn around. And it'll come back to this area for our retest. And we could be looking at this situation here. All right. Boom, boom, boom. You had to drive me crazy, right? All right. We'll be looking at this situation here. Okay. Price will come up here. Boom, boom, boom. Now, it could happen here, which would be fine, but I'm looking for that retest down here. Okay. And once it comes down here, that's where I'll be jumping in for a long position. All right. It's too late to be taking a long position here. All right. That's for FOMOs. All right. You want to be a FOMO? You can. I'm not. All right. Wait till it comes. Wait till the pullback comes. Wait till you see the bullish formation and patterns down here. All right. You want to see wick rejections with a momentum candle that brings you up out of here. All right. A nice momentum candle in the form of a engulfer or maybe a big old pin bar. That's what you want to see. Okay. I also want to make note on the 4-hour of these wick, the wick rejections over here. You see this wick rejection? This is what I would expect price. Well, price already mitigated over here. This is what I'm looking to see where the wick rejections are, so that I can have a plan of action in case price turns around early. I think it's going to turn around over here. Just looking at this area right here. All right. Now, this one is not too far up. Like I said, it's still going to come back to the same area. And we'll have the EMA here, the 50 EMA here, acting as dynamic support right below our entry. So it'll have our back and be our last line of defense for the stop loss. Okay. Let's take a look at GU. All right. Now I had spoke about this earlier and how prices in this this range over here, but we just want to look at how prices behaved since I mean, we have to see that it's been an uptrend and it's been steady, choppy a little bit, but steady on the way up, right? And on the bigger picture, we also see, that price was in a very long multi-year downtrend that it finally broke over here. Okay. And so we have to expect some upside. You know, we have to look for some strength in the pound. All right. In the cable. All right. Let's go to the daily. All right. On the daily, what do we got? This looks like an extended market, don't you think? Well, it did get extended, but look, it's on its way down. How far is it going to go down? All right. Well, we can expect after an impulse, we got to expect a correction, right? So we have this impulse and it's corrected here, chop, 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 right? But we have continuation to the downside. Now that is a surprise to us. Now, if we measure that impulse and its correction, it came right to the 618 area. All right. And, you know, we were expecting, I was expecting some upside action after this, especially around here, around the 50. I thought it might wick down and then come on up. But looks like we might be on a way to test this EMA here. And if we look left, I know it's kind of light in color, but I'm going to show you now. We are heading towards a bed of lettuce for this meat, for this meat sandwich. All right. We have a support here. So price could be coming down here, which is illustrated by this, the 50 EMA might come down here and give us a test, you know, go in this range, and then, you know, maybe come down and test that EMA at the bottom of the range, and then continue to the upside. If we take a closer look on the 4-hour, let's get rid of this. We can see that range I was talking about. Price goes from range down to the next level of and consolidates. This is where they get those orders. I've gone over this a number of times already. All right. And what we have here is it broke this low, came back to retest this low, right? And what I'm thinking is because it's in this range, it'll go down to the next support, which I've already pointed out is right here. That's strong support. All right. And we're on our way. We're doing that right now. We're breaking these lows. We're breaking the lows of this range, this lovely trading range that made Igna some good money today. Congratulations to him, because you can always sell here and buy here, and this is a good range to get that done. You know, you see you got 45 pips to play with here. All right. Either way, even if you don't go all the way to the edge and don't go all the way to that edge, just come close to it. And you can get at least 30 either way. All right. But now we're heading down. We're heading down and we might be turning around. Let's take a closer look on the 1 hour and see how these candles are forming. All right. I told you here that break below is good for shorts. All right. We got to be careful of this area here. All right. Because price could come down here and then do this number. All right. We don't want to get caught out there on something silly. All right. But we are breaking this low here. All right. We're getting past all these rejection candles, and this one is here. But this candle has not finished forming. We are filling in that wick. All right. When I watch wick fills, usually they continue to the downside. All right. Or in this situation. But I'm very careful, very cognizant of this. Now, I told you before, shorts below this area, below this dotted line, if we get a break and a close, that was supposed to be a close. If we get a break and a close below this level, we're going to hit this level. That's where we're going. All right. And the same up here. There's a red line up here, a red dotted line up here. If we get a good close and a break and a close below above this level, it's time to go long. Okay, I'm waiting for that breakout. All right, but in the meantime, for the scalpers, there's plenty of opportunity to catch this. Let's see how this candle finish closes. It'll close in 6 minutes on the hour. And is that a 4-hour close or is it a 2-hour close? Oh, that is a 4-hour close. That's going to be powerful. That's going to be powerful. Let's see how this closes, and we'll know to take shorts or or not. We got some time. We start to exceed these candles. Looks like it would be good for a short. All right. And that's where I am at on that. Let's take it down to support, and we'll see what happens once we get to that support. AU, all right, Euro USD. This thing, man, has been weak. Just hasn't demonstrated a whole lot of strength lately. However, we might be coming into an area of support. All right, you see how it's broken, it made this high back in the beginning of the year, and now we have started to trend down. All right. I mean, I don't mind the trend down at all, but man, that is a strong impulse to the downside. The euro is very weak while the USD is gaining strength, right? Uh, that just reminded me, I should have started out with the Dixie. I should have started out with the Dixie. All right, so what do we got here? What do we have here? All right, this is an area I want to watch. All right, I always look for the lower high so that I can mark it, whether it, well, I'm looking for something right now, so that I can mark it here. All right, and we look for that lower high on its way, because I use this one because this is the last one that exploded, that led to that a nice impulse to the top side. This one I look at because that led to that one, and these were subsequent. All right, this is the highest one. All right, a break of this one is not a break of structure. The structure is still intact, even breaking this one, and this was an important one. All right, for me. All right, I'm looking at the bigger picture. You know, if I have an uptrend, when do I call it over? All right, I need to know when it's done. So let's just draw a line, draw a trend line, and say, hey man, when do we call this over? Well, we got this level here, so I'm looking over in this area, kind of closer up. All right, this is the last uh, uh, of the lower lows, higher lows from this area. All right, this one is an equal low to this one, but it's higher in relation. It's higher in relation to those, right? Not to these. You can see, we were we were breaking structure on the over here, but then it came back into structure and gained strength and started making higher highs, higher high, higher high, higher high. So this is the one I'm looking at, because this was the last one, the last higher low that led to this higher high. So we go on up. All right. So I'm looking at this stage here. All right. And I'm thinking, as soon as it breaks this area, that's when, let me look here. That's when I'm going to start thinking, hey, looks like the trend is gone. Because what you're looking for is a complete lower low, lower high, lower low, lower low, lower low, lower high, lower low, lower high, lower low. This is right around this area. Once we broke structure, right? If I can just get them all out of here. So, we broke structure here. We broke structure here. We broke structure here. We got this lower low. We got a lower high, lower low, and then we went ahead and broke that from. It sounded all kinds of convoluted, I know. Then we went ahead and broke that. All right. So where am I looking? Where am I looking for a retest? Retest should come. That was something else. Don't even worry about that. All right. Retest should come right over here. And I'm hoping that this will be the turning point right around support so that it can come up and test these areas. Now, right here, we got a 50% retracement here, and this area. So this will be my general area. Well, where I'll be looking for the retracement back here, and then continue down. But I'm not exactly sure. It continues down. thinking of the pound euro, the pound dollar. Maybe we go into a range here, and then we see some strength come back, because the markets are going to certainly strengthen up. The tech sector is what I'm thinking of. The market should be good because of the stimulus bill and everything. That means the dollar will weaken, which would mean it'll be weaker against the euro. And I'm thinking that we might see a break back into structure. So that's what I'm going to be looking for. So I'm thinking of a little dance down here, then maybe some uptrend, some upswing. So what am I looking for here? Right around support, just like on GP, the pound dollar. I'm going to be looking for some bullish formations and patterns, and a nice momentum candle up that I can get on and take up to the top. Maybe after a little consolidation. So that is what I'm going to be keeping my eye out for. Let's check the 4-hour before I forget to do so. All right, we have a little pause and then a continuance. We look like it's starting to wanting to turn. We got a new 4-hour candle developing right now. So this area is to be watched like a hawk. All right, let's see if it goes a little further. Maybe it comes down to the 1800, the 1.1800. You know, that's a round number. Maybe it comes down here. I don't know if I can not do that. Maybe so. We'll see. Keep my antenna up for it for sure. But I like that we are landing here right around, what is that? I swore I just saw 1850. So this is where I'll be looking for those bullish formations and patterns, and maybe we can get some upside action going. Mm. CAD yen. I like the way this is poised for some upside action. All right. You can see just on the daily that price just broke a lovely downtrend to the upside. All right, and we can expect more upside. That's a very strong impulse. And we want to measure that impulse. And how do we measure that impulse? We put that Fibonacci on it. All right. Now this is assuming that this will be the pullback candle. All right. It's not, it's a new candle, so it's not anywhere near of finished forming, but it is forming. All right. And if it does pull back, it is beautifully aligned with the 618 Fibonacci level. All right. And we can expect a pullback to this area and then a continuance of the bullish trend. All right. This has to be corrected. This impulse has to be corrected. And this is the correction. All right. It'd be great to take a long here, and you could target these highs here. This high. Hey, let me just get rid of that. This high. Hello. This high. Okay. It's not working out for me. It just ain't working out. This high here and this high here. All right. It's heading that way. It's heading that way, folks. All right. And this, what high is that? 89,224. All right. Okay. That's a good number. 89,224. Call it 900. So that's what you could be looking for on a CAD yen. I want to also check. Oh man, I keep doing that. All right. Let's check the 4-hour while I'm here. See if anything popped up. Yep, we are from the 618 going to the 50. You know, we're doing a fib walk up to the 38. You know, and we tested there. So it's, you know, that's a good sign that we are bullish and it will continue bullish. But where will it turn? Let me take a quick look to the left here to see if I can find where price may turn. We should be at the turning point now because we are challenging these highs. So I'm expecting some pullback action right around 86,250. This might start the pullback. Let me mark that. This might start the pullback right about here. Okay. We are there. We are right there now. See how many times it's been tested as resistance, and then the support here. This is going to be a good test for a price. Okay, so let's look for the pullback, and maybe we can capitalize on it and take a long here and check those highs. All right, this will always be the point of your pullback. Will always be your TP1. CAD Swiss, same situation. Let me mark this for you. This is probably where price is going to do a spin, a turnaround. You see, we have this impulse, and we want to measure the correction of that impulse, and I'm going to measure it from where I think it's going to turn, and that lines up pretty well with the 618 fib level right here. So I'm looking for a pullback from that area, right? From here. Wow. Well, you know what? I got to get it together, man. Here and then here. All right. Your again, remember your turning point will always be your TP1. All right. And you got these highs to target. Now, this is going to be this resistance here isn't going to be easy to get through. So make sure you bear that in mind. I would trail a stop loss from here to here. All right. I would after not from here to here, but after this, after it reaches this point, I would be trailing with a stop loss. Okay. Uh, and we'll see how that develops. We need these bullish formations and patterns to form when it makes the pullback so that we can find a valid entry. Okay. By that time, the EMA will be in support right about here, and which is where it's supposed to be, the 50 EMA. That'd be a pretty nice setup. Did we break structure? Oh, we broke this. Came down, went above, then came back and broke that shit. I'm not gonna mess with that. Get CAD. Hmm. 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 And now we're above. Let's take a look at USD Swiss. You see how it's broken down? All right, it was in this choppy range. It was in this choppy range here. That was rude. And it looks like we've broken some lows. With that break of structure to the downside, we're like, okay, we're heading down. Up, not so fast. Look at this. From here to here. All right, we have an area that was once support, and then broken and retested as resistance to the downside. But now we've broken back without feeling that resistance and broke that resistance. What are we looking for now? An opportunity. We're looking for an opportunity, and the opportunity is going to come in the form of a retest, and then a continuance of the trend. All right, we're breaking structure here. All right, and it's breaking structure to the upside. So what we'll do is we'll wait. This is on the weekly now. This is a weekly look. All right, let's look at the daily. Let's not be too hasty. All right, I'm looking for some swings, so that's why I'm going through all of this. I'm looking for some swing setups. Okay, yeah, the daily confirms what we're looking at. Look at this area here, right here. You can see that we're probably going to be turning at this point. I don't know if you can see that. We probably might be turning at this point all the way over. I wouldn't be surprised if we get a retest at right here. All right, and if we get that retest, look for those that wick rejection, the wick rejection, and then the momentum candle or the pin bar. You know, make sure it's a substantial pin bar. I don't like taking single pin bars on retest. I like to get two nice wick rejections and a momentum candle. But you want to make sure this is the area that's saying, no, we don't want to be here. We want to be up here. Okay. So that's what I'm looking for. And I'll be looking for that entry on the 4 hour. All right. See how we're getting these rejections here? This is the kind of stuff you want. You want to see this. All right. A bearish rejection and then this bullish candle right here. And I hope you can see it clearly. Let me see something here. All right. I hope you can see it clearly. This is what you want to see. This is the kind of stuff that makes me go, yes. All right. Because I got the what is this? The bearish rejection and then the bullish rejection with momentum. That's a nice bullish candle. And it makes me want to set up my entry right about here and take it. All right. Well, you want to see that down here. You want to see that on the retest. All right. This is a minor retest. I'm looking for another confirming retest of this area. I like when price goes away from the level that it's broken out from and then comes back. I need it to spend time away and then come back. Okay. So, you know, if it does one of these numbers, and I'm gonna tell you that right now, I'm glad you reminded me. If it does one of these numbers, breaks the level, spends a little time away, then comes back for the retest. Well, this is what I want to see. A double bottom is ideal for me. Ideal. All right, so that's what we're going to look out for on USD Swiss. Okay, we're gonna look at GA, pound Aussie, and this will be the last one. I like this movement because it's hit support here. All right, price ranged, shot up, but came back down, showing the weakness. All right, we went into a bit of a range here from top to bottom. I made this a double bottom, another bottom. And this is where things got interesting. All right, because it gave us the kind of rejections you would want to see that let you know, hey man, we might be getting out of this area. So this is on the weekly. Let's look on the daily. All right. You can see the range that it was in. All right, that level, how it broke down. All right, and you can see the reaction down here. This lets you know this is an area of demand, and there's a lot of orders down here. It came back, came up, spent time away, came back, retested it, and we still get this lovely bullish reaction. All right, exceeding the highs here, uh, testing the lows of this level. We go into this range. All right, and again, I love my ranges because you can play the tops and the bottoms, right? Well, you just can't work with me, can you? All right, we're doing this, huh? That's what we're doing. Okay. All right. Now, so we went as low as here. We saw this nice wick rejection here, and we popped up higher than these highs. We broke these highs, came back into the range. This is what they call a breakout, break back in, a BOBBI, right? Bobby. We got to break out, break back in, man. All right. Some people are going to call this a stop hunt and all this other. Yes, it did grab the liquidity that was lying up here. All these guys waiting, with stop losses, trying to go short. Okay. And that's exactly what that accomplished. And guess what? Before it came up here, it did this one here. It swiped up everything down here, which is all of these guys. All right. Then it went up here, got the Bobby. This is that move I keep talking about. Then we break back into structure. We hit the EMA, test that EMA, and we break back out above this level. This is showing strength. And I'm looking for price to continue with that strength to the next level of resistance, which will be right about here. Okay. All right. See how it played in this area? Probably going to see that action again. Something very similar to that. Okay. So, how do we get in? All right. What we want to see is a retest. I would like to see a retest of this level here. All right. I like to see that retested because price spent a lot of time here. Even with the breakout, break back in, price still, you can even see it in this candle here. All right, that it respected this line here. Didn't close above it, didn't close below it. It stayed right here. All right. So I'm looking for price to do whatever it's going to do and then come back here and retest. Here is where a good buy could be had with a stop loss below structure, either here, here, or here. All right. And let's go for these pips here up to this area. Now, this is going to be your first TP. You want to make sure you have enough on it. All right. That's why you're waiting for price to pull back. All right. Because it's going to be too short a distance between here and here. All right. So you want to wait for the pullback and then catch this. How many pips is this here? Just to make it worth it. Remember, we're on a daily, so this is 257. All right. Even if it came from here, it would still be enough. Let's go down to the 4 hours just to take a look. All right. Let me see something here. All right. I notice we got a nice little swing here. All right. Oh, we're waiting for price to come back and test this area and then shoot up. And that's going to be a nice grab. That's going to be a nice grab. We just got to break this range. Just got to break that range and that'll be it. Okay. Look for a bullish formation pattern. All right. A nice pin bar, some wicks, some wick rejections, and maybe an engulfing. All right. To get us out of here. We need that momentum candle to get us out of that area. And that's it. I hope this has helped. I hope we can find some good setups along the way, and may pips be upon you.